Tiny bunny. Okay, so this is a huge ass screen, but I can resize it. Hey, Twisted, how you doing? Please be able to go full screen. God damn it. Not enough. Wait. Wait. Oh, yes, it just made it. Awesome. Oh, I have to switch to English. Shit. There we go. Damn. Alright, here we go. Wait, is that working the way I want it to? Yeah. New game. There's no like the fucking Marauder has a shield. If you shoot, he'll block everything he moves, and faster P's teacher's grandma, and he throws shit and axes at you. Damn. Just trying to make sure. Alright, good. Alright, we're gonna start a whole new story. The wind clawed at my house. Oh my god. The wind clawed at my window all night long. It wandered the fields and howled like a hungry beast. An endless song weaved from all sorts of voices. A shrill, gentle sireny twined in the air. They were all shouting and laughing, and arguing about something. Someone was running through the snow while casting long shadows that would occasionally creep close to my bed. Our house had a mind of its own, the creaky old mind of a building that had seen a lot in its days, and was seemingly trying to share its wisdom with the inhabitants. The lonely house faced the forest, and the dark green thicket gazed back with its hollow eyes, rustling, whizzing, and swaying back and forth. One would come out and stand at the edge of the forest to reassure themselves. There was no one behind the crooked trees. Fuzzy silhouettes swaying in the wind couldn't possibly do any harm. It's just a play of light and shadow. Just a play. I knew it was my imagination. I was already 12 after all. Still. Oh. Yes, this is horror. My back's hurt. I'm not sure about that. Hey, put away your book. How many times have we told you not to read at the table? It's bad for your health. Look at how slouched you are. It's a point and click. I didn't protest and put the book about Conan the Barbarian aside. Conan the Barbarian is actually a comic book series in Fallout 4, which surprises me that it's in here. I was stuck on a line I couldn't understand after reading it 3 times anyway. Ola had already finished her breakfast and was munching on some cookies. She was so enthusiastic, she almost looked like your typical girl from the commercials. Alright, I need to give her a new voice. You're not going anywhere until you finish all of it. I, on the other hand, was still trying to drill a hole in the plate with my eyes, as if it would make the porridge disappear. Hazy anxiousness welled up inside, all because of the previous sleepless night, the black forest around our house, and the gloomy wind. The longer I waited, the colder the lumpy white substance became. It looked like a jellyfish from Constantinople. I love that show. I wonder how horrifying the bottom of the ocean is. Okay, I can hit right click instead of left, my bad. Or how cold the black forest is at night. The spoon fell out of my hand. Mom showered me with a cold glare from her green eyes. What did I just say? I'll get it. I had 10 seconds to catch my breath before battling the nasty porridge once again. I felt around for the spoon. What is this? Carved on the other side of the table. Capna. Save. Karina. Oh, this is written in Russian. Holy shit. I should have known it from the other one. Was this? I think this is written in Russian. Yeah. Oh, that's fucking cool. Karina. Hey. Sorry. Ha! That's my mom's name. I guess she carved it out with something pointy when she was little. P is an R, or P is R, H is N. Ah. Oh, sorry. I had to yawn there. Let me repeat that line. I guess she carved it out with something pointy when she was little. She sure was a rascal, damaging furniture like that. She would scold me for a week if I did something similar, though. Should I remind her about it? Nah, she's been in a bad mood lately. I imagine her being my age, sitting under this table. I wonder, was Mom afraid of the dark back then? Or the sounds coming from the attic? Or the thick forest? I imagined my babushka coming into my little mom's room, sitting at the edge of her bed, or Olya, or where, oh my god, or Olya, I'm gonna butcher all these fucking names, sleeps nowadays, and saying this in her soft, smooth voice. Taiga is a special place, little girl. It's watching you closely, sniffing you out, trying to discern what kind of beast you are. If you're a good sort, it won't abandon you in times of trouble. But if you're a bad apple, it'll grab you by the side and drag you under the ground. And that would be it. Grandma was caring. She never fought with anyone, never yelled, never swore. Those were the times without the maddening screams until late at night, without smashed dishes and mutual accusations. Our parents used to love each other back then. I remember listening to one of the conversation by chance. They were talking about Grandma before getting prepared for her funeral. She had already bought a casket, and she called it her cute funeral box. It waited for its time in the closet, patiently. It was black, upholstered with meat. It was black, upholstered with meat-colored material on the inside. I saw it when my grandma was getting buried. The house didn't change since the time she was alive. Only all the photos were gone. Glass-covered pictures with gray faces of my ancestors. They all had a dead, but watchful look in their eyes. I crawled out from under the table. Olya was done with her cookies, and she was looking at my share like a sly woodland creature. I turned my gaze towards the frosted window. There was a lot of dark pines outside, but they didn't grab my attention. The pattern of the frost formed. Oh, I'm sorry. Russian offended noises and good old grandmas. Exactly. I'm gonna piss off so many people if I try to do a Russian accent. The pattern of the frost formed a picture on the glass. Olya, look, it's a fox. Where? It almost looked like an optical... come on. It looked almost like optical illusion thingies they put in the back of student notebooks. A mixture of lines at first glance, but if you blur your vision a little bit and look under a completely certain angle... Not outside, on the window. Look here. Look, here's the nose, and here's... Hey, eat up. Yes, just a moment. I didn't see anything. Hurry up, there's not much left. Ah, there it is. But it still doesn't look like one. And I'm telling you it does. Nuh-uh. It does. Stop it. These kids, I swear. Now I couldn't see the fox either. It disappeared. Went away. Only the frosty pattern similar to I'm sorry, this is making me tired. Didn't expect to do a lot of reading. Well, I guess I should have. I'm liking the story so far. Only the frosty patterns, similar to stretched out nettle leaves, kept creeping up the glass. Uh-oh, Dad's here. My dad entered the kitchen with long, measured steps. I want to have a beard like his when I grow up. Mom would always ask, jokingly, "Come on, shave it off, it stings." This was so long ago. Nowadays, rumbling doors and witty comebacks were an everyday occurrence. Olia always covers her ears when she hears something like, "What's the point in all of this?" through the wall. "It's all for your sake," Dad replied, "for the sake of our family." I always caught every sound in fear of hearing the most dreaded, the deadliest words that started with a D. D-I-V-O. I didn't even want to finish it. It was scary to imagine that me and my little sister could be torn apart and taken into two different families. "Anyway, your fox is nothing. I have an owl on my window." Oh my god, it doesn't seem horror as of now. Yeah, it doesn't seem that way to me either, but I think we'll get there. "You and your owl talk again. You said you believed me yesterday." Oh, sorry. Wrong character. "You said you believed me yesterday." "Has anyone seen my car keys?" I remember leaving them on the windowsill." "Right. Maybe you did, maybe not. You're a grown man, a father too, and still..." "Karina, please stop. Just let me get ready in peace." "Your keys are in the basket, near the phone." "Well, thank you very much. Anton, stop making a martyr of yourself and finish eating already." "And the owl?" "There was no owl." "But there was one. It had giant glowing eyes." Olia sprung up from the chairs and placed her hands on her little face, imitating a pair of eyes with her fingers, the size of an apple each. "Last year you had bye-bye in your closet, and now this owl?" But I saw it." I have to get actual good voices for this. I need to get like a voice changer. Olia shifted her gaze back and forth from dad to mom to me, but you couldn't find any support. "Have you thought about befriending it? You know, feeding it with imaginary mice?" "Don't bully our girl. She's afraid to sleep alone because she's little." Olia pouted her lips and rushed into the hallway. Pouted her lips in rebellion and rushed into the hallway. The staircase that led to the second floor creaked. Mom gave Dad a strict look. Oh, that look in her eyes. It's so uncomfortable to be pinned under it. Dad just snorted in reply and left, ringing with the keys he had just found. A minute passed, and the theme song from The Little Mermaid echoed through the house. I swear to God I could hear that song. It was stored on an incredibly worn-out cassette tape, which Dad had already glued together once. It's so easy to fix objects by gluing them back together, for example. But how do you fix a relationship? My mom's FaceTime. I'll call her back later. Mom moved to the living room and I was left alone, anxiously stealing glances at the window. Olia had trouble sleeping ever since we moved into this house. She would toss and turn or curl up into a ball under the blanket. Sometimes she would just jump in the middle of the night and turn on the VCR. Cartoons helped take her mind off all the troubles we had with the move and our parents. Oh shit! Oh my god. I was not expecting that. One second. I have to respond to my mother. haven't pissed myself yet. That one got me a bit. Still haven't pissed myself yet. And then Olia said she saw a giant flying monster outside of her window. It kind of looks like an owl, actually, now that I think about it. She became obsessed with it. Our parents did everything in their power. They tried every little trick to get rid of these ridiculous fears. Olia refused to sleep alone and didn't believe that the owl was just one of her nightmares. After tonight, I was unsure what to make of my sister's words, what to think of it myself. Can nightmares... Oh my god. Can nightmares be infectious? Just last night, I couldn't get a wink of sleep, and ended up thinking of what to expect in my new school. There were a couple days left before the beginning of the new term. My imagination drew along twisting hallways that led to a classroom full of kids. But all the students behind their desks were simply dark figures, cut out using a template. Circular holes gaped in the middle of their faces, and pairs of eyes blinked inside those holes. It was as if some completely different creature were looking at me from behind the flat black silhouettes. Their cruel glares filled with icy sneers. She made me shiver from head to toe. Will I survive here? Won't they gang up on me and beat me down? Stomp on me with their bloodied shoes? The damn school can burn for all I care. I just wish for anything to happen to it. Doesn't really matter what. I didn't want to go there that badly. I didn't want people to... Oh my god. I didn't want to see people who were just itching to smack me on the head, trip me up, think of a new offensive name for me, worse than the previous one. I felt like the glasses I wore made me an outsider or some sort of monster. My gaze slid across the drawings hanging on the walls. I don't consider myself a great artist, but... Hi. That was my stepmother coming in. But Olia begged me to hang them. Drawing was the only thing that made me happy as of late. The small circle of friends I also had enjoyed my paintings, and they promised to call me from time to time. Sometimes I imagine Mom picking up the phone and saying in a cold voice, "You've got the wrong number." Anton is not around. Anton is not around. I imagine my future classmates lying in their beds, just like me, listening to the howls of invisible werewolves outside their windows. Maybe my new classmates will like me after all. But who would ever like a boy with thick glasses? I mean, my dad used to wear glasses when he was little. Now he's married to the most beautiful woman on the planet, my mom. The house creaked, pressed by the wind. The condo we used to live in, a 9-floor concrete building, buzzed with the neighbor's drill, mumbled with a TV set from behind the wall, cried like a baby from the big family next door. Our current house, though I can't really call it new, was completely different. It was silent and easygoing during the day. Its shadows lay dormant in the corners, on the closet cobwebs, and under the stairs. But they all woke up during the night. Something was watching me from every corner, almost if the photos of my deceased family, with their ashen eyes, were hanging on the walls in the place of my drawings. The floor was squeaking, rusty drains were moaning, the attic was occupied by a noisy draft. One could think the house was performing some sort of demonic memory, or melody. There is a squeaky sound. It's not just you, I hear it. But then I realized I was, in fact, hearing music. It was already playing for a good while. Somewhere at the edge of my perception, I could hear a flute. It was mixed in with the sound of the wind, of the creaking old house, and my thoughts too. I stood up and rushed to the window. I wanted to reassure myself that this music was nothing more than a product of my imagination. Oh, come on. Why is my KBS going down? Oh, come on. Am I gonna have to end the stream again? I think I might have to. Can you still hear me at all? Or is the stream lagging? It's lagging, isn't it? Oh, now it's coming back. Ish. It's probably because my parents are watching The Witcher. Okay. Sorry. I had to take a second there for it to reload. The internet was going bad for a second. It's not like someone is playing it there. I missed a cold, snowy night, right? Oh shit. Here we go. Point and click. Back to the point and click, huh? Someone was dancing in the field. It was lagging all good, yeah. Yeah, that's gonna happen sometimes. Sorry about that. Whew. Someone was dancing in the field. Black silhouettes I could barely make out, with the dark forest as their backdrop. They jumped around, basked in the moonlight, bumped into piles of snow. Hold on, I gotta turn this fucking music down. They jumped around, basking in the moonlight, bumped into piles of snow, rolled around, and crawled on all fours. Stories about wolves playing under the moon came to mind, but these were clearly not wolves. They stood upright at times, circled around holding hands and whipping up snow, disappearing into the shadows for a brief moment and then coming back. Something bizarre was going on. Shadows dancing in the starless abyss made my imagination go wild, making me anxious at the same time. Suddenly, the music had stopped. Okay. The dancing shadows froze in place, and I could swear pierced me with their eyes. One of the silhouettes immediately parted from the bizarre shadow carnival and sprinted across the field with giant leaps. Oh my god! Fuck that. Fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. Oh, that was creepy. I even took off my fucking headset expecting a jump scare. You know what? I'm gonna make this more atmospheric for me. I have my blinds open, and guess what? I'm in complete darkness now. If I piss, it's game over. Okay, sorry. It glided on sneaky snow without leaving any prints on it. Still, it was devoured by the pitch black shadow of my house, which became even darker and thicker. My heart was jumping like the bird inside a cage. I shut the curtains with a swift motion and stepped back towards the bed. They saw me. A freezing torrent of fear washed over me. I stood in the middle of a perfectly dark room and listened to some unwanted guests move and scrape around, looking for an entrance. The sound moved to the right and circled around me. Now my guest should be at the front door. If I jumped into bed and covered myself with a blanket... I jumped into the bed and covered myself with a blanket, as if it could protect me. The shackles of fear locked my muscles. I remember the funeral, my grandma lying there, hand across her chest, her facial features sharp like that of a tin doll. Ants running up and down the legs of chairs that held my grandma's casket. I imagined those little creatures climbing up her head and pulling her eyelids with their tiny legs. And then her wrinkly eyeballs would once again move inside their socket, and she'd be able to see her grandchildren. I was chanting the spell she taught me throughout the whole procedure. And now, lying under the blanket and listening to the squeaks and howls, I repeated the same words. On the island of Bouillon. On the island of Bouillon, underneath the blemished sun, in the sea of the color blue, stand in a cabin made out of wood. There lay lard and ashen hair, for the spawn from devil's lair, to feast and always leave alone God's faithful servant named Aton. Evil leave this house must, Ash to ashes, dust to dust. Bizarre sounds had disappeared. I cautiously peeked from under the blanket and saw curtains waving around like a hangman. And the night doused me with a new portion of boiling terror. No! Sound scratching my eardrums? In reality, something or someone was scratching at the front door, hurriedly clawing at the wood, demanding to be let in. The door was shut. Dad had become very cautious recently, so I installed a sturdy lock. Stratos, can you change my stream name to playing a what was it? Indie visual novel? I'll change it in a second, actually. Just because I need a second. I got the command disabled. I'll fix it later. Okay, you know what? No, I don't want to load. I remember him staring at the forest intently, as if he was looking for someone. Ashes to ashes! Dust to dust! I hugged my knees, placing my chin between them, and drilled the door with my eyes. It was so flimsy and weak before the might of darkness. And then... No! I'll do that later. The doorknob twitched slightly. Then it was turned halfway. Once. Twice. As if the person who tried to enter had no hands. The doorknob tilted once more and then... started clicking violently. My jaw cramped from fear. My wet fingers clutched into the blanket. The door creaked and opened. The wild taunt said to me, moaning inside the tin drains. Now, you'll see. Oh! It was wide open. The darkness writhed. I'm taking off my fucking headphones because that is adding to it. No! The darkness writhed inside the carnivorous mouth of a doorway. Tony. I clicked the fucking spacebar and it's not moving. Let me put this back. Can't make the screen smaller. I'm in mod view. Oh no! It was as if the night itself was calling out to me, flapping its black wings and squeaking with rusty hinges. I was trembling, ensnared by the web of darkness that hung in the corners of my room, waiting for the one who weaved it to come out of a gaping black hole. Tony. My abdomen tightened and my chest rose up, ready to exhale a desperate scream. But before I was able to do anything, the darkness asked me, Tony, are you asleep? Fucking hell, Olia. Fuck you. Okay, I'll check it real quick. Oh my god. Really? Oh my god. My sister's pale face protruded from the thick shadows. I almost screamed from relief. Olia! I'm not sleeping. Did something happen? Olia frowned and stuck out her lower lip. A clear sign she was about to cry. It's here again. Staring at me. Share away, please, Tony. Please! I'm so scared. The fear that was tormenting a minute ago crawled away and hid somewhere in my stomach. I needed to calm Olia down. It was just a dream, silly. Don't be scared of dreams. Don't be scared. Dreams don't bite. No one's going to harm you. Oh shit, there's still an eye up here. There's still a fucking eye. Right there. Do you see it? I think that's an eye. Olya sobbed. She's trying her best to believe me. But was I sure myself? I have an idea. Let's go to your room and watch the video. Sleeping Beauty, for example. You like that cartoon, don't you? Why does the Sleeping Beauty have a prince and I have this scary bird? The question took me by surprise. Alright, let's watch Cinderella. My thoughts became tangled, fuzzy. What was that? What studied me with its eyes while dancing feverishly under the moon? I don't like the way the music stopped. The darkness was clinging to the window, and it couldn't be fooled by Grandma's old chants. It couldn't be satisfied with a feast of lard and long ashen hair. Tony, you coming? Yeah, just a moment. Fuck you! Fuck you! Ah! Oh my god. Oh, animation. Fuck you, that was all a memory? Ah! Did you piss yourself? Oh my god, this is good so far. I'm loving this. No, not yet. It is probably going to be another 4-hour stream. Oh, you're in the small screen? Hey, if I have to do this shit, you have to join me. Call it the small bean screen. Oh, I need a second. You have to endure this shit with me if I have to. That's why I didn't want to big peen screen time. That's why I didn't want to laugh at Olya and her owl in the morning. Who could be visiting us here, in the middle of nowhere? We don't know anyone around here. So persistent. I felt extremely unsettled from a silly thought. That our morning guest could have come from the woods. You should get snacks. Actually, maybe that's a bad idea. Because you might choke on it. I could barely hear voices coming from the front door. Actually, while you're doing that, I'm gonna get a drink of water. Because I'm gonna need it. I'm back. Alright. Sorry to keep you waiting. Okay. Let's stretch out a little bit before I sit back down. I really should be laying down to read this. But whatever. Calm down, damn it. Alright. My mind was urging me to hide. In the closet, under the table, behind the curtains where Olya always hides. Tony, come here. I felt like kettlebells were tied to my feet, but still dragged them towards the hallway. A couple of policemen towered over me in the doorway. They smelled like frost and worry. My mom always winced and grumbled the moment she saw patrol cars. Worse than bandits. At the moment, though, she looked somewhat confused. Hello. The senior officer, who wore a grim expression, nodded. A boy had gone missing yesterday. His name's Volva. Look at this, please. Have you seen him? The policeman held out a photograph to me. There was a ginger boy around the age of elementary school, pictured with a wall carpet as a backdrop. He had a striped cat. He had a striped cat in his hands and wore a smile. No, I haven't. Are you sure? Look closely. Where would I see him? I don't know anyone around here. I barely leave the house. Well, maybe you've seen him from your window. That's right. Your window looks straight at the forest, don't they? The window. No, I haven't seen anything. I see. He sounded tired, but his eyes, his stare, long and heavy, was full of suspicion. I squirmed unwittingly under the weight of guilt, which his giant shadow cast over me. The policeman finally tore his eyes from me and glanced over the hallway, the stairway and cracks in the ceiling, which I haven't noticed before for some reason. How do you like your new place? By the way, getting used to it? Bit by bit. It's just our little daughter misses the city a lot. Misses the city, huh? Our locals been treating you well? Yes, everything is alright. Thank you. The policeman pierced through me one more time with his gray eyes. My head started spinning. Can I help you somehow? I asked in a shaky voice to look like a polite boy and to end this unpleasant conversation sooner. Now that I think about it, you look like one of my nephews, little fella. He's a witty boy around your age. Wears the same type of goggles. Always engrossed in reading those mystery novels. Told me he wanted to enroll in the police academy when his family visited in the summer. Wanted to help other people just like me, you see. I felt uncomfortable, as if a distant relative and not a police officer stood before me. The police came to our house and questioned us about a lost boy. You know what? Little boys like you should stay at home. Steer away from trouble. The times have changed so much. Mom interjected with a cold voice. You don't say. Ah, well then. What grade are you in, Tony boy? 6th. Have you made any friends here for so far? Not yet. I'll be going to school for the first time after the break. Ah, then I'll leave you my number, just in case. Call me if you have any new info. The policemen were gone, along with the shadows, the smell of cheap cologne, and a photo of the smiling boy. His face still stood before my eyes. I wondered what it was like for him, being all alone, there. Yeah, a missing boy. Also, I got a bottle of water so he didn't miss much. I wondered what it was like for him, being all alone there. For some reason, I thought the forest, swaying in the wind. What did his poor parents feel? What would my parents do if I got missing? Would they cry and thrash around hysterically? Or would they accuse each other like they always do and forget about me eventually? Mom, this is Volva. Did he go missing in a forest? Seems like it, poor child. Oh, sorry. Seems like it. Poor child. What the fuck? Anyway, I looked out the window, at the road. The police UAZ drove off towards the village. The officer's nephew came to mind when I was splitting off old paint from the windshield. I remembered all the teenage mystery novels from the Black Kitty series I've read this summer. Your average boy and girl has investigated all sorts of mysteries there. They looked for clues, spied on suspicious people, and after an amazing set of adventures, bam, solved any complicated case. They became local celebrities and must have made their parents very proud. I noticed a trail of policemen's footprints that led to the forest, and then it clicked in my head. Why don't I start an investigation of my own? Maybe I'll find that lost boy, and I'll get a reward. Olya will be so happy. And not only Olya, Mom and Dad too. Maybe they'll even forget about their quarrels for a while. Maybe I'll even save us from the D word. I fantasized about buying Olya a Tamagotchi, and about getting a cassette player and a bunch of tapes for myself. A whole box of Kinder Surprise. The D word is divorce. When was the last time our parents bought us any toys? Last autumn, my dad lost his job at the time. There's an annoying song about it. I had little to no idea what was the accountant's job like. They count money, I think? Neighbors used to envy us. But nowadays, Mom and Dad barely had any money to afford sweets, and Dad would always divide a single chocolate bar between me and Olya. Sometimes I gave her my share too. No matter how much I wanted to eat sweets, she was still just a pipsqueak. I couldn't wait to go out looking for clues. I'm going outside. Yeah, right. You want the police to go around with your photograph next? The forest is so thick. What if the boy got snatched up by wild animals? Or even worse? Even worse echoed through the hallway. I won't go far. I'll stay away from the forest. Did you hear what I said? Or shall I repeat myself? Better go pack your school bag or play with Olya. The sound of water came from the kitchen. It meant that the argument was over and Mom had the last word. Oh, I get a choice. So I can either go to the kitchen, to the front yard, or maybe I can open this door. Let's search everywhere first. The dark, stuffy closet. Mom says it smells like mice, but how does she know their smell? She hates when I stick my nose in there. She's afraid I'll cut myself in the freshly sharpened axe. And Olya can't be lured to claws. Can't even be lured close to it. She thinks Bye-Bye is living there. I tried to help her fight her fears once. I opened the door and turned on a dim lamp so she would see that there's nothing but cobwebs. Cobwebs, Dad's tools, and scorched walls. She still didn't believe me. And I liked to hide in the closet and listen to Olya count outside. 1, 2, 3, better hide from me. And then drag her feet on the creaking floorboards, hoping she wouldn't need to look for me in the cramped monster's den. Okay. I'm not going to read those comments. What's this? I took a peek at Mom's crossword. She would get very angry when someone gave her advice. So me and Dad faked knowing the answer and being able to reveal it all the time. I smiled at that fleeting thought. Vertical, 9 letters, the name of the Philistine deity that protected them from viper bites and had the nickname the Lord of Flies. Second letter E. The decrepit, stain-covered calendar was one of my favorite forms of entertainment in Grandma's house. I remember waking up and running off to the kitchen so I could tear off yesterday's leaf first thing in the morning, as if the next day we'd get lost in the taiga forest without my help. One day closer to New Year's, one day closer to Grandma's funeral. I haven't touched this calendar for years now. Since the time they started writing dark and spooky death chants, that only made me gloomy instead of funny proverbs and superstitions, to be exact. One snack left? Jesus Christ, how many snacks did you get? I grabbed the dusty calendar leaf with caution and tore it off effortlessly. Sadly, the spooky descriptions from my childhood were still there. 7 horses carry the log. If 7 can't carry, bring the 8th from a ferry. They will take it away and never come back. This is the fate of the law that I cannot escape. I crumbled a gray leaf and threw it into the waste bin, hoping to get rid of the anxiousness that washed over me. It was spreading inside me like an ink stain on blotted paper. 2 Bounty Double and Cocoa Biscuit. This is a very interesting game. What's this? Emercom of Russia has declared the state of emergency due to adverse weather conditions. According to the weather forecast, a cyclone is moving towards the region. Expect heavy snowfall, blizzard, and snow drifts on the road. Keep your eyes open and take care of yourself.
Машина, в которой он находился, была обстреляна неизвестными вооруженными лицами.
Куплю жене сапоги.
Это просто Леня. АО ММС.
Okay. It's like the mom. It was difficult to lie to Mom, but there was no other way for me to run away from home. Mom, something's wrong with the TV. The picture's just dim and there's stripes all over the screen. Mom's face became visibly distorted. You're killing me. You're killing me here. So you've had enough of shooting these stupid ducks now. I told you the knee scope would go dim because of your console. Where will you find a TV technician in this hall, huh? Maybe it's just the settings. Oh, maybe it's just the settings. Go see for yourself. Strange, it worked fine this morning. Maybe the snowfall caused it? Mom rubbed her hands clean on the clean apron. On her apron and went to Olia's room. Okay, we're gonna open the fridge. Grandma kept ice cream for me and Olia there. Now I can only see meat bits for soup clumped together with pelmeni. I grew to hate them already. Turn back. Turn back. Front yard. I opened the front gate and went into the forest. Or the field. Carefully, so Mom wouldn't see me from the window. When I crossed half the distance towards the forest, the snow piles had already became as high as my knees. I remember my nightly fears. I saw the silhouettes around here. They were jumping around, holding hands. The hypnotizing music started playing in my head on its own. In the light of day, those distant figures felt like a simple dream. The sun turned my nightmares into ash, but the aftertaste was still there. Distant ringing in my ears, distorted shadows crawling on the snow alongside me. And barely audible whisper in my head, blurry and almost kind. Everything was silent. So silent that I felt like the world was totally empty. No ground, no sky, no parents, no Olia. The time reached its limit. A one-way trip that ended at the forest's tiny stockade. Are those eyes? Where? I don't fucking see them. Don't start trying to fucking freak me out like this, Stratos. The time reached its limit. A one-way trip that ended at the forest piney stockade. Sometimes silence was much scarier than any scream. It was between a tree. It's like one eye. You mean there? A barely white glow. I can't see it. Left. You're not helping this. Okay. Send that PM. I'm gonna drink some water. Fuck, a little bit spilled. No! Ah, god damn it, that's cold. Ah! Alright, let's see. Right there, huh? Alright, let me look. Where is it? Okay, I think it's... No, I don't think so. I don't think I can see it. Yeah, it's right around here. Nah, I don't think I can see it. Jeff, when you're playing this back, look right here and enhance if you can. See if you can see it. If not, don't worry about it. Our parents would scream at each other while arguing, and both me and Olia would turn to stone, listening to them. But then always came the ringing silence. Out from the apartment came a numb couple of days before we departed. It was hard to remember the last time Mom and Dad joked around, laughing or spent time together. Almost like all of it was in a previous life. I'm gonna move my mic up here, so you can actually fucking hear me. When they kissed with Olia present, she always frowned and snorted in a funny way. But one day it all changed. Something important had left their home, and something scary filled the remaining void. It was as if a fire broke up, and our parents were hurriedly packing our belongings, trying to save themselves and us. From who, though? From the people with dead cold eyes, who sometimes visited us in our previous home. The eyes that only saw balls of worms and the background and everything. And somewhere far away, a siren was going off, trying to warn us of the incoming menace. Jesus. Fucking hell. I shuddered, chasing away my delusions, and looked around. There was only me, this white field, and the wind that was whipping up icy dust and belts of powdered snow. I squinted from the sun and turned my eyes into the sunless forest. It looked especially dark in contrast with the blinding whiteness. Knobby tree roots slithered under the snow like fat snakes. Rotten leaves and coniferous needles froze to the ice. Oh, there's a glove right there. Dry, prickly branches intertwined, bringing up uncomfortable thoughts about fences. Were they protecting the forest, or were they keeping something from breaking out? Some object was hanging on one of the pointy branches. I tried to get closer, drowning in the snow, and then when I almost got to the edge of the forest, I saw a knitted mitten. A knitted mitten. Sorry. I am terrible at reading. I'll get better with time. It looked like a wounded bird among the hungering semi-dark. Should I take it to the police? The senior officer looked gloomy, but he still reminded me of Captain Casanova from my favorite TV show called The Streets of Broken Light. He was always so anxious, with a tired look in his eyes, but brave and strong. Will this mitten help them find the lost boy? Vova! I heard a distant shout. It looked like it came from the river. Vova! As if the trees were calling out to someone. Vova! It sounded closer to me. Someone was standing there behind the trees, hiding. Vova! Where's... Oh no. Vova is the missing kid. I knew someone was looking for the lost boy, but still. Something was unsettling about that figure. Where is he? Its stillness, how it bent unnaturally towards the ground. It's blackness. Whoa, shit, there's something right here. See that? Ears, eyes, little rabbit mouth. There's no one there, just branches and roots. It's all just my imagination. A nearby bird flapped its wings loudly. No! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! I even fucking thought something was there. Nope. Fuck you! A shadow split from the tree and disappeared from my sight. I looked away for just a moment, but when I turned my gaze back to the same place, it was gone. You probably were right about those eyes. So it was my imagination after all. Silence reigned for a painfully long time. There's a rabbit mark again. I made an error on the pic I sent you earlier. Did you see it? I didn't look at it yet. I'll look at it later. My muscles were tightly sprung. My heart was beating somewhere in my throat. Any noise, any little movement, any small whisper from the thicket, and I'd sprint. And nothing of the sort happened. I looked at the mitten once more. Oh no! Alright, I'm taking it. Oh shit, no, I didn't save! I never saved! I decided to take the lonely mitten from the... Wait. Those are probably my footsteps. I decided to take a lonely little mitten from the branch. Oh, those are not... You're right, no. Vulva? A shout rumbled from across the field and dissolved into the distance. No echo, no hope for reply. It's coming closer. Can I run? I stepped towards the bristly trees and tried to claim my find. It didn't budge. I pulled harder. The branch cracked and the mitten tore off, landing in my hand with a squishy sound. All too heavy, wet. I squeezed it without thinking, and something dark spilled from it, forming a tiny string between the mitten and the snow. Steam rose from the snow pile. Blood. I froze in place, studying my palms in disgust. Red. Sounds of cracking branches invaded the silence. I didn't have time to think twice before running away. Someone was chasing me from the darkness. Breaking pine branches, closing the distance with giant leaps. The snow was slowing me down. Crazy thoughts flew through my mind. I'll get caught. They'll get me. I'll get dragged into the thicket. I'll be gone forever. There was one more voice. Probably one of reason. It gave me strength to spur me on. You can do it. Don't stop. I heard an animal roar behind me. It was so loud my ears went numb. I felt like the sound had come from a pack of hungry beasts rather than a single one. The nostrils sucked in freezing air. They sensed my fear. Two giant wings flapped above my head. An enormous shadow flew over the clearing. A hoot, a wheeze. The roars were coming from all directions now. From the dried up raspberry bush and twisted pines under the windfall. Hurry! Run! Don't look back! It felt like I was inside a nightmare. The snowy clearing had become vicious like quicksand. I was stuck in place. I pulled my leg from the mushy traps to be caught in a new one. Even deeper than before. I continued to drown, sinking deeper and deeper with every desperate push. Was the snow ever this sticky? I screamed in horror as I realized it wasn't snow. Someone or something was in the snow pile, clutching my pants. I gathered all my strength and rushed forward. The pressure on my leg was gone. My boots slipped out of the hole, and my soles were on a hard surface again. I reached a clear path with one jump, and from there, ran to my house. The gloomy facade didn't look threatening now. That house was my line of defense from the shadows that flapped their wings and the creatures that were hidden in the snow. I tripped over the doorstep and smashed into the door. In all my hurry, I managed to notice claw marks, as if a dog was striking the wood with its paws, demanding to be let in so it can escape the cold. I hadn't noticed these marks when I was leaving. The heartbeat was in my ears was much louder than my surroundings. I couldn't hear someone, whether someone was following me or not. What if they were already in our front yard and Mom had locked the door? Drowning in fear, I pulled on the knob and it obediently gave way. I rolled into the hallway and shut the door behind me. Porch planks creaked as my pursuers ascended the stairs. My fingers slipped off the lock and I couldn't click it into place. I gritted my teeth and pulled hard on the iron knob, whipping it between the boards. I stared blankly at the door. Someone was standing on the other side of the pitiful, flimsy barrier that was probably less useful than blankets. Wheezing breath reached into the house and crashed at me in waves. It was the smell of pine and sweat. Mom peeked out of the kitchen and chastised me with a frigid voice she always used when talking to Dad. What exactly do you understand when I told you never to slam the door? I didn't mean to. I snuck a glance at the door. The smell was gone and the breath was too. I'm saving. I should have saved before. I snuck a glance at the door. The smell's gone, and the breath was too. It's as if there was someone in the first place, of course. Water. Shit, man. Here, mere 5 meters away from Mom, my fear was slowly weakening, melting like snow in spring, and with it the last bit of strength I had in my body, too. My legs gave way. I propped myself up against the wall so I wouldn't fall over. Mom's expression had changed immediately. The cold mass of strict and detachment was gone. Mom looked the same as before all those quarrels. She finally saw my condition, my wet pants plastered with snow. Where have you been? What did I tell you, huh? I told you to stay home. Am I nothing to you? I got afraid she would cry. I reached out to her like when I was very little and wanted her to cuddle me. But Mom regained her composure fast and put on her usual face. Her eyes shined like steel. Her voice rang out. Your father can't find his cigarettes. Be honest. Did you snatch them? Were you smoking in secret? There was someone chasing me. I thought... I stuttered it as soon as I started explaining myself. Tears welled up in my eyes. Mom leaned towards me and sniffed my clothes like a beast, searching for the smell of tobacco. She squinted her eyes in suspicion and looked in the front yard. Her expression changed in an instant as she covered her mouth with her hand. Look over there! At the fence! My heart started thumping as if I became prey once more, and my pursuers were following me into the field. I swear, I could have swore I heard something scratch at the door, just like in my nightmares. Mom beckoned me with her finger, and I gathered all my remaining bravery to look into the kitchen window, facing my fear. I could barely discern some hairy silhouettes swimming in the snow through the icy winter patterns in the glass. Dogs. Just a pack of stray dogs, with no name, no owner. Barely reminding of the hungry monsters that live on the edge of the forest. Oh boy, were you scared of them? I think they'd rather be scared of you, Anton. They were chasing me, like a bunny. And what if they're rabid? The smile had slowly disappeared from Mom's face. Now she was looking as if at the dogs as if it was her first time seeing them. What if they attack Olya? Mom? I wish your dad could just shoot them all. Mom, look, they're alive! Huh? Are they your friend or foe after all? Make up your mind. You're not a little kid anymore. Mom sighed in annoyance, and I felt so bitter that my lower lip in fixed gazed on the cobweb-ridden corner. Welp, some detective I am. In reality, I wasn't risking my life among monsters, but rather my pants among a pack of stupid strays. And for what? What use do I have for this? Mitten. Of course! A dark and sticky mitten that belonged to the lost boy made a squishy sound in my hand. Seems like I'd been clutching it the whole time. That's my trump card as a detective. I hurried to present this clue to my mom. Mom, look, this is Volva's mitten. The boy from the police that we're talking about this morning. It's drenched in blood. I found it hanging on a tree. You can show us anywhere. Let's call the police right away. Like the officer had told us to. Mom, look. Ew. A shadow of doubt slowly crept on my mom's contorted face, as if she was trying to remember something distant, like someone tries to remember their dream, but the images slip away. Stop it this moment. Olya will go insane if she hears you. She already has trouble sleeping and whines all the time. And you joke around like this. At that moment, I realized Mitten was actually wet from snow. There was no blood whatsoever. I wanted to sink through the floor from embarrassment. Come here, boy, my boy called Wolf. Don't just stand there, come take your pills. A golden-colored pill, reminiscent of a dead wasp, fell into my palm. I already took one during breakfast. Don't talk over me. If I to stay at home, and you, Dad would have given you a good whipping for that. Come on and take it, or else you won't be able to sleep tonight, and you have school tomorrow. So I had to swallow the bitter medication, drinking it down with similarly awful water that gave off a taste of chlorine. Maybe it wasn't Volva's mitten. Maybe it wasn't a mitten at all. Just like the forest monsters, and Olia's owl. Am I going mad? What's happening to me? Either the pill had an immediate effect, or my overexerted brain didn't let fear inside anymore. Serenity washed over me, bringing yawning indifference along with it. It's on. They're done. You see, you can do it when you try. Take off your coat. Are you asleep? Well, this kid needs meds, and you won't know when you should expect scares or what creatures are. No, Mom, I was thinking. What about, I wonder? Just something silly. Mom scrutinized me with suspicious eyes, as if she wasn't sure she was looking at her own son, not some doppelganger that came from the forest. Is everything alright? You had the exact same expression when the policeman asked you from out the window. I'm alright, Mom. She heaved a deep, heavy sigh. Fine. It seemed like the house had changed. The sofa's fabric had become discolored. Fingerprints appeared along the bathroom tiles. The light bulbs also felt different. Dimmer and yellow. Even the saliva inside my mouth had a different taste. A melody from Aladdin could be heard from the upper floor. Olia was done rewatching her favorite Little Mermaid episodes and switched to other tapes. I slowly changed into my home clothes, stopped before the sink, and studied my reflection in the mirror, like I was trying to solve one of those spot difference puzzles. Oh shit. I just wish this kid didn't die. Lie? Then I went upstairs. Jafar and Lago's voices died down. I walked past Oyla's bedroom and slipped into my own. Oh, I can look. Oh, I can... The forest didn't look as grim during the day. It lied about being alright. Yeah. Entangled tree branches in the distance. Yeah, call. Hey, bruh. On the desk. I'll look there too. Give me a moment. Entangled tree branches in the distance in the snowy field between our house and the bright forest brought sleepiness to my eyes. But sometimes I would still catch myself looking in the window at the icy treetops instead of doing my homework. Monsters, ghosts, UFOs. The Encyclopedia of Paranormal Phenomenon from the Roseman Publishing. I've learned about the Loch Ness Monster, Medusa Gorgon, and Bigfoot from here. Bed desk, it had an eye, I swear. Don't fucking freak me out like this, Stratos. And welcome to the stream, bruh. Bro moment, how you doing? It disappeared. Oh, you better not be fucking with me. The Encyclopedia of Paranormal Phenomenon from Roseman Publishing. I heard about the Loch Ness Monster, Medusa Gorgon, and Bigfoot from there. Oya has always been scared of the book. She barely handled sifting through the monster and alien sections with me. But the middle part, when they start talking about the ghosts, really freaked her out. I even remember hunting ghosts after I read that book. I measured the distance between items on my table every evening and checked if they moved due to some supernatural force come in the morning. They didn't. But to be honest, what was I expecting? To meet Casper the ghost? Lamp. I know this book by heart already. Okay. Well, what do we check out next? Cactus? Oh! Triceratops figurine. Multiple eyes. Hold on, let me check this out real quick. The clip is missing. Damn it. Okay. I'll check it out later. We're gonna be getting our answer pretty fucking soon, so don't even fucking fret over it. Okay, my Triceratops figurine. I know all sorts of dinosaurs, velociraptors, Afrovenators. I'm not even gonna say that because I'm gonna fucking butcher it. I remember going to the movies and to see Jurassic Park back when we still lived in the city and taking pictures with the T-Rex in the hall. It turned its head and roared. It was awesome. And next to it was Robotech Transformer. I love this cartoon. When a Jetfire speeds up into the intro among... I gotta get better at fucking reading. Among the sounds of blaster fire, you know your next 20 minutes will surely be amazing. Zenitrini, space station is captured. Rick, get ready for battle. Okay. Let's see, eyes. I'm looking for eyes. They're gone. What about these pictures? Nothing? What about this one? I can fuck around with the lamp, I think. Ah, shit. Fly magazine was the coolest. Oh, wait, no, I can go back. Okay, here we go. I've dreamt of becoming an artist since my dad bought me my first comic book. Fly magazine was the coolest. I especially liked the big space-related edition with the alien monsters in that funny episode about Genderme. I started drawing all kinds of stuff that day, and I seem to be getting pretty good at it. One of my letters even got published in Fly once. Maybe someday they'll even publish my comic. I PM'd you the clipping case. Alright. I'm looking at it. Oh, those eyes. Okay. I see. Yeah, if I hit this is the stuff you can interact with. Alright, let's open. One of the drawers was empty. I hid the mitten in there. Oh, I got an achievement. Run for your life. This simple action drained the last bit of strength from me. I saw only the book eye and shit myself. I sat on the bed. And the only thing I noticed, there was someone behind the curtains. A tired hand dropped to the sheet. That looks like Olga. But I don't fucking trust this. Whether it was due to the medication I took or the stress I underwent, the room began to contort as if the wind was blowing the walls out like a pair of sails. The room's corners bent and mutilated. The only stable thing in the whole room was the figure between the windowsill and the curtains. The flimsy piece of cloth was stuck into my visitor. Just like a savin of sorts. Oh yeah? Who else will be standing there? I stood up and licked my dried up lips. Yeah, Olga, it's so funny. The silhouette was unmoving. It was enveloped softly by the curtains. As if there was a thick layer of darkness there. A human being reached towards the curtains. Ba-dum, ma-dum. Beat my heart, controlled by the medication. The wind sang in the field in the chorus of voices. For a second, I wanted to return to the bed, just lie down and watch the person behind the curtain, knowing full well they were looking back at me. They were looking without blinking, waiting for me to fall asleep. Plastic rings rustled against the holder when I pulled out the curtains. Fuck you, Olga! Ah, gotcha! I knew it was you from the beginning. A blindingly bright halo lit up above Olga's head, with a setting sun as the background. My sister was shining. When she was just a baby, Dad always used to say she was shining with happiness. I've always retorted, but Dad, she's not some flashlight. I brought her to the window one day, and sunlight poured on her smiling face. Go away, Chromium. I felt like it was holding a child woven from light. I saw everything. Oh, really? What did you hide? She was just like my mom. What's that rabbit? Wait, I'm stopping. What's what rabbit? Under your cursor. Fuck, it's there. Okay, I see it. What the fuck? Where did that thing come from? She was just like my mom when she was little. Before she put on her sad mask of tiredness and switched her commanding tone of voice. It's nothing, just... Olia ran up to the table, her eyes around, and asked, You stole something and hid it there? It's still there. She saw the dancing monsters. She saw an owl before. That's the thing. Can she see him too? You stole something and hid it here? It's rising. She said she saw them. Oh, I see. Okay, so that's interesting. What? Don't be stupid. I didn't steal anything. Them meaning the dancing monsters that ran toward... Yeah. Or she saw what happened to me. Wait, no. During the chase scene, she must have saw that. No, actually, what she saw was me coming into my room and throwing the wrist, She didn't see the chase scene. She saw the mitten going in there and thought I stole something. I didn't steal anything. A clear image came to mind. That mitten hanging from the tree branch. What if I did steal it after all? From the forest, from the tilted finger, staying behind the black trees. Oila can be selfish and stubborn when she wanted. And show me! I'm getting concerned about the open door. 2, what's that rabbit? I'm not sure. Swear that you won't tell anyone. Then I'll show you. Olia wore a plotting smile. I swear on Mom's heart. A note she heard in one of the movies about the pioneers we've watched. Don't say things like that. Olia nodded and made a gesture with her hand, locking her mouth with an imaginary key. She was filled with curiosity and that was splashing in her giant eyes. It's gonna be bloody. No, it's not. I opened the drawer and Olia leaned in, holding her breath. It looked like there was not just a simple mitten, but some sort of exotic critter. Is this someone's mitten? She said that if she couldn't understand what she saw... Oh, she said that as if she couldn't understand what she saw. A certain boy lost it, and got lost himself. Now do you understand how dangerous it is for kids to wander in the forest, right? He must be really cold out there. Will they find him? They will. The policemen are going house to house, showing his photo to everyone. Olia traversed the room with care and pressed her tiny palms against the window. The music changed, from a simple melody to a more foreboding one. Oh shit, the rabbit did move away. Yeah, it is following Olia. It doesn't look to be stuffed. And why are they going to houses, not the forest? Are they scared? The question caught me off guard. The policemen aren't scared of anything. Yeah, right, flashed in my clouded mind. Did they really check every nook and cranny where darkness, cold, and whispers of icy branches dwell? In that case, how'd they miss the mitten? Or did it appear later? For me? I changed the topic. As if trying to get Olya as far away from the forest thicket. We may get a reward if I help find this boy myself. A lot of stuff, like in Field of Wonders. Sounds cool, right? There's a lot of references to films. The films and games. Olya wasn't listening to me. She was piercing the forest with incredibly adult eyes, uncharacteristic for her. What if the owl got him? Nonsense! An owl wouldn't be able to lift a human. But you know what? I was picking my words with utmost care. I forced them out of my overexerted brain. Stay away from the forest. I think it's... How should I put it? It's cursed or something. Just like in a fairy tale? No, not like that. More like than the spooky tape Mom and Dad are hiding from us. Olya shivered and stole a glance at the window. I saw you running away. She watched us. Was someone chasing you? No, it's just I was hurrying back home so Mom wouldn't be worried. I looked at my sister. My heart was tearing apart. She was so fragile. It was so easy to stifle her light. A gust of wind and her small fire would be gone. You're lucky. The rabbit's in the same position. You're lucky. Mom won't even let me go outside. I'm like a princess in the tower. Can't go anywhere. I'll die from boredom here. You're wrong. No one has ever died of boredom. And you have me and your cartoons. And Mom and Dad will be good to each other soon. You know what I would wish for my next birthday? For Mom and Dad to turn into children so we can go play together like we used to. Yeah, and if you make them as small as bugs, we can place them into a little box. Rabbit's gone. Rabbit's gone. Oh shit, it's actually giving us the information we need. Bye-bye. In Slavic folklore, a nocturnal spirit threatens the ill-behaving children. Black Kitty is Russian original or translated. I wanted to make some pelmeni, the Russian variety of dumplings made by mincemeat, Russian fast food, fly, Soviet-Russian TV game show still running to this day. Coming out every Friday, it can be described partially adapted version of Wheel of Fortune. Oh, that's cool! Olya giggled and tugged at my sleeve. Tony, let's go watch Aladdin. Fatigue wore over my desire to be with my little sister. I was washed over by some sort of heinous apathy. I'm too tired to. I don't wanna. Come on! It's so boring alone and Mom's always busy. We can pick a cartoon you haven't seen before. I know all of our tapes by heart at this point. Not all of them. You haven't watched Peter Pan. Remember how you fell asleep in the middle of it? So much happens after it. Let's go. Maybe a bit later. Should I tell you how it ends? Let's leave that for tomorrow. I won't tell you tomorrow. I know. Let's play hide and seek. No, Olya. Then draw me as a dino. Olya, please. Try it. Will you leave me alone already? I blurted it out without thinking. The rabbit's back. And I was immediately taken back. I never screamed at my little sister like that. Olya stared at me in shock. Her lips started trembling, a precursor to tears. My chest was seething in disgust and embarrassment. What's happening to me? I hurried to prevent Olya from crying. Alright, you win. Let's go watch cartoons for a bit. I don't wanna. I came up to her, put my hand on her soft head. Let's go. Let's go watch Peter Pan. Boo! You'll fall asleep again! I smiled and lifted her chin. Her eyes were wet and felt bottomless. I promise I won't. And I'll draw you a full Triceratops later. Hooray! She's cute. Triceratops. Well, close enough. Olio rubbed her eyes with the sleeve of her pajamas, and a shining smile returned to her face. I'll go ask Mom for condensed milk and bread and help you rewind the tape. She's less than 13. Yeah, I know. Please starts communicate. You can think something's cute and not be attracted to it. The bread is fresh, just how you liked it. Alright. Just be careful not to spill the milk. I gotta pee. Really fucking bad. Or you'll be owed that again. Wanna bet I won't spill it? The tape is somewhere in the nightstand. Look for it. No, don't. Oh, I need to pee. Be like Stratos. The war of attrition with our bladders. Olia disappeared in the doorway, and I dragged my feet into the neighboring room. Oh, that fucking scared me. Let's see what we can interact with. We can interact with this, and we can turn that on. We can interact with the bee. Let's see. So it's like an hour and 35 minutes. The eyes scared me again. Alright. Let's look at it. Olia has countless toys. An old teddy bear is the main attraction here. Olia doesn't sleep without it. She jigs her nose into its fur when she sleeps. A piggy bank. Olia is saving money for a real puppy because Dad said that taking care of him will take a lot of money. Aww. The scary window where Olia sees that accursed owl every night, lurking in the dark. Olia keeps her curtains open during the day, but as soon as the twilight comes, she shuts them tight, so she wouldn't see the pair of hungry eyes outside. It's the only thing we can interact with now. Oh, you fucking scared me. Someone opened my door. The old Photon TV was gathering dust in the corner. It's bad that I'm playing a fucking horror game, too. Yeah. I can't wait so I can go back to Ukraine and visit Grandma again. Oh, you have family in Ukraine? Yes, that is a fate. That's Anton's reflection. Yeah, it's Anton's reflection. All that was left was clicking the button in the front panel. The team warmed up and a familiar white noise started dancing on the black screen. I almost reached out to turn on the VCR when the noise calmed down and the blurry image appeared for a moment. It was dark taiga forest. What the fuck? It's definitely Russian. It was a dark taiga forest, just like the one outside my window. The picture was split the screen in half. Something creepily resembling a human was coming out of a speaker. Hold up. What'd you notice? Let me understand what... It's probably backwards. Just a few moments later, the scenery was again overshadowed by noise. Did it get some rogue signal? That's not human language. Well, other languages sound alien when played backwards. Local TV station was only really showed Soviet cartoons, and that was pretty rare. And I only recently... Wait, sorry. Okay, we'll chalk it up to it being something. And only just recently, I used to always watch Robotech before school. It was so awesome. Maybe I should tinker with the antenna? What if I watch this channel again? On the other hand, Olya asked me to find the tape. It wouldn't be nice to disappoint her. But in my sleepy strength, I didn't have the strength to do all of it. Saving here. Should I search it or should I set it? What do you got? What do you guys think? But I also don't want to disappoint Olya if I set it, though. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna go with the consensus. I'm gonna set it. Say, whoops, didn't find the film. Oh shit. The picture finally cleared up. But the moment I rejoiced at finding the weird signal again, the TV started coughing, a voice barely coming through the canopy. He was often seen at the moment when small snowy hills were lined up on the screen, pierced with rickety crosses, and a male voice was narrating with a slow, mournful voice. It was pitch black at the cemetery. In that fateful dark time, little Senya met her fate at the face of a monstrous thicket dweller. The locals call him none other than the Forest Master. I froze, and I did my best not to move, as if doing that I could scare away the narrator. I listened to his every word. The beast dealt with the helpless girl in a masterful manner. The camera panned across the snow. Something black spilled all over it, looking for ragged pieces of cloth that were thrown all over the place. I didn't want to think whether Senya's remains were wrapped in there, so I shut my eyes without thinking. Something disappeared. Something was right fucking here, and it disappeared. Like a hand. The voice continued. Wolves are rare guests in these parts. Here's what Tamara, the old woman that lives in the nearby crypt, had to say. A close-up shot of the face of a old homeless woman, weary from life and alcohol abuse, rattled on the screen.
Yes, such a fearsome beastie it was. Worse than the Rising Dead.
The old woman spattered saliva all over the rectangular mic. No! Fuck you. Oh my god. The rabbit was there. I saw it. When the screen flashed, it was there. And the stink, it's like... The rest of her comparison was swallowed up by the sound of a horn. I've never felt anything like that.
It was just standing there. Yes, wherever you stand, Boyle, it pierced me with its eyes, right in the middle of the day. It was so huge, that one, with glassy eyes.
Obscenities were covered by another bleep.
You know, they say if this demon lays its eyes on you, it'll snatch you and put you in his bag, and you're done. But he won't touch me. Likes me, it seems. So they even call me the Devil's Wench. That's definitely true. The carnivorous monster would not touch those who fell to the level of the forest beasts, going for an innocent child's blood instead.
I'm looking in it. Okay, so it was an arm.
Something disappeared.
Huh? The fuck? Oh, that was my voice. Oh, that scared me. Oh my god. Stack, then arm, then disappear, yeah. And you missed the fucking rabbit. He'll probably come back. The Forest Master's presence is felt more and more on the outskirts of our country. Yeah, there was a rabbit when the screen switched. Seems like there's words, like coming right around here. No, it's static. Torn between believing what she said and shrinking it away, I decided to record the main part of the documentary for some reasons. And I quickly grabbed the tape that is on top of the TV and I put it in the VCR without even looking at the cover. Press record, turned up the sound, and paid attention to the slipping signal. It's not called the Forest Master for nothing. I'll try to clip it. Wait. Okay, while you do that, I'm gonna go piss before I piss myself. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm good. What's that? What's that? You get? Yeah, I'm good. I'm here. Couldn't clip it. That's fine. You'll see it again. Don't you fucking worry. Nah, the Forest Master didn't get me yet. I just took a piss. Because I was gonna piss myself if I didn't. It's not called the Forest Master for nothing. All the animals obey it. Be they hairy or feathery. They're all precursors for its appearance. If you hear howls in the distance, then you most likely already knows where you live. If you find animal prints all over your doorstep and birds watching you from the trees, you better hide. It's already coming for you. And if you wake up and see a pair of eyes in your window, then soon, Ah! Fuck! I am so glad I took a piss. CV suddenly went and looped the last word over and over, piercing my ears. What the fuck? You're alt tabbed! Go back and clip it. Oh, you alt tabbed as soon as it appeared. It was a goat. Don't clip it. I'm making a video on it. The tape ending was rewinding to the beginning. Sound of the rustling tape reminded me of leaves in the wind and the low howl of a beast. I woke up from my stupor and pressed the button. The VCR ejected the tape. I'm turning on my fucking light. I got scared from the sound. I got scared from the fucking image. Oh my god, that's creepy as shit. The VCR ejected the tape. For a moment I thought it was stained with saliva. But that was from the light from the chandelier making the plastic glossy. Do you know what that says? Oh no! He recorded it over Peter Pan. Okay. That's what I get for hurrying. It's bad enough that I ruined Olia's cartoon, but I also put this creepy stuff over it. I can't let her see it. She'll drown in tears. I hear the clatter of glass and squeaky floorboards. You
haven't started without me, have you? Aw. My sister brought the tray with evenly cut bread and a whole can of condensed milk. No. I was looking for the tape. Do you really want to watch Peter Pan? I do. Turn it on already. Mom will come watch her Brazilian drama soon. Come on, think, fake detective. No, I didn't like Peter Pan. Maybe we should watch The Little Mermaid instead. I've already seen it so many times. You promised me. She's so stubborn. I know. Let's watch a couple Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles episodes first. Deal? Olya frowned and ultimately gave up. She put the tray and crossed her arms on her chest. If you want it so much. Can you open the milk can? I'm afraid it'll cut my shelf with the sharp edges. Rabbit's back? Where's the rabbit? Where's the rabbit? Where's the rabbit? Where is it? Fuck. Where is it? Fuck. That looks like an eye. Where the fuck is the rabbit? Under Olya? I swear to God, that's gotta be a plush. Only when I reached the sofa, I realized the can was already open. Olya has tricked me, played me for a fool. My stomach became heavy. I wanted to rush towards the TV, but my little sister was faster. Picked up the remote and it proclaimed in a victorious tone. I got you. As a remote master, I command you to watch Peter Pan. I couldn't even open my mouth in the VCR already in the accursed tape. And then, black crosses on unnamed graves. I better tell the truth. Well, yeah, stop. I erased the end of your tape by accident. I'll trade it with you for 2 of mine. What do you mean? You couldn't erase it. Me and my dad had broken all the plastic tapes with this plastic prints with a screwdriver. You can't record over anything over my cartoons now. My little sister pressed the triangular play button on the remote. I squeezed on the inside, awaiting the out of this world voice of the narrator. But then I saw the duel between Peter Pan and Captain Hook himself. Instead, the plush is always looking at the screen. Go pee. Trust me, go pee. Now. Go pee. You're not gonna make it through this. I'm making a mistake even drinking fucking water. Goat will come to me. Alright, hold up. Okay, I'm taking my mini knife. I have my fucking, where is my, bed knife? Okay, whatever. I have my pocket knife. Remember every detail till I'm back. I'm not even gonna move. This is a fucking really good one. Yeah, Jeff. I know you're probably editing this a while after, but just skip right to the part where Stratos comes back, because I'm not going to start back up until after. It'll probably be another minute or so. In fact, it'll probably be another 45 seconds. Think about it. Whatever, how long it takes. Just when my thing starts moving again. Fuck, man. This is creepy as shit. I don't like this at all.
Alright, let's see. I'm trying to calm myself down a little bit from that, because that's really fucking got me. I even had to look away from my fucking screen. Alright, Stratus is back. Nice. Alright. But I saw the duel between Peter Pan and Captain Hook instead. I didn't move at all, so I sighed in relief. I was so fucking scared when I was pissing because I heard another bathroom. Oh no. My head, heavy as a leaden ball, now rested in my hands. Olia smiled in joy. She put the tape on rewind and started spreading milk over her bread. And when the cartoon started, she forgot about everything in the world. As if she really got transported into Neverland, like she always wished. To be honest, I also imagined myself there, in a land where one never ages, where no one argues over little things, and no one listens to fights and the sound of broken plates at night. But now Peter Pan's land was especially far away from me. My thoughts dragged on, stumbled upon the horrid beast that awaited me among the trees, and the narrator's mournful voice that haunted me, sliding over bushes and ravines. Like a winged carnivore, it would track its prey. It felt like I was dreaming, with my eyes still open. Then my sister's scream pulled me back into reality. I'm gonna wait for Stratos to come back. No. You know what? No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. Because I want him to be scared shitless with me. So, cut. Alright. Oh, okay. Tony, shut the curtains fast. Also, we're cutting back in here, hopefully. Tony, shut the curtains fast. Why? No one's watching you. It's dark. And when it's dark, the owl comes. I'm scared. Oh, I better fucking prepare myself for this one. Okay. I got out of bed, fighting my drowsiness, and closed the curtains. Is there anything else I can interact with? Still the same. Oh, welcome back, Stratos. We're closing the curtain because our sister's getting scared. And do some big. I got you. Anyway, we're closing the curtain because our little sister says, "Wait." Yeah, we're closing the curtain because our little sister is scared that the owl will come back. Big peen time. Yes, big peen time. Here we go. Close the curtains. I did my best not to look outside, towards the treetops, towards the tiger forest, which seemingly drew closer and closer. Of course, it was just a visual effect from the shadows of branches scraping the snow. Tony, Mom thinks I made the owl up. And Dad, too, thinks I'm a liar since I'm small. But the owl exists. Honestly it does. You do believe me, right? That it comes every night and... I swiftly grabbed Oyla's hand and reached into her eyes. I was trying to transfer at least some of my courage and determination. But did I really have those qualities? I do have esteem, Downcast. How you doing? Yes, I believe you, alright? Just don't nag your parents about it anymore. They're already dealing with a lot, so they'll just get mad at you. Come and tell me if anything happens. And don't look out the window. But it wants me to look. Doesn't matter. Act like it doesn't exist and never existed. Like it's made up. Just like mom and dad say. And it'll get tired and fly away. And fade black. Sliced myself by accident, dumbass. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream, Downcast. We're playing Tiny Bunny, which is a Russian horror game. Okay. Let me get another drink of my water. I gotta tell you, it's scaring me so far. It scared me a couple times. It was madness. But after everything that's happened recently, I was more inclined to believe that Olia's owl existed. Where'd she go? Oh, okay. We followed Peter Pan's adventures as if nothing had happened. As if the forest didn't kidnap kids. As if our parents weren't tearing each other apart bit by bit. Captain Hook was running away from a crocodile and Captain Pan was heading to London on a gilded sailboat. By some miracle, I lasted longer than my little sister. Olia's eyelids had drooped. She started snoring slightly, resting her chin on the other side of the bed. The chorus was seen in the ending song. The world at Disney was lit up by a silvery moon. There it is! There's the fucking picture! Fuck that! No! Another moon peeked from under the first one. Scary and wan, hanging over the taiga forest. The horrific report got recorded right over the credits. My throat went dry. My pulse became faster. I looked towards Olga. She smacked her lips in her sleep. I don't like the music change either. I squeezed the remote. Oh no, now it's gone. I squeezed the remote with all my might, ready to press stop at any moment. I rewound the recording, checked if it was still intact, and then carefully took out the tape. The protective pin was still in its place. I stood up and left Olia's room. Whether it was by providence or by curse, I hit the tape alongside the mitten at the exact moment Mom peeked into my room. Cursed tape. Enough playing around. It's your first day at school tomorrow. Go to bed. You should sleep properly. You don't want to be teased for being sleepy, right? Adults think everything is so simple. As if sound sleep would ensure my classmates would like me. I covered myself with a blanket up to my neck and listened to the house humming. Something invisible rustling in the corners. My inner voice had a question for me. Do I want to hear that mysterious flute again? Yes or no? Maybe it's just a part of growing up and I can't fully understand my own desires. The forest wailed behind the barriers that was my walls. Some ethereal entity wandered through the fields. Branches shook as if calling for me. The wind howled on in the night. My thoughts were like annoying flies that had entered my head before becoming weak and tangled. I didn't notice how I fell into a slumber. No! No! I was so invested. No! No! Oh, it's so good! We're already working hard on the continuation of the story. I will be coming back to this. I will be. I will be watching it and coming back to it. I promise you guys. Oh my god, really? Oh, right when my internet craps out on me, too. Oh. So what did you guys think of that? I know Downcast wasn't here for most of it. Which sucks. Damn. Alright. Let's look at it on Steam. It definitely was awesome. Man, that was so good. I'm gonna restore my settings real quick. Okay, let's see. Translator for Chinese. Oh, this was such a good... Oh, that was so good. Yeah, it's okay, though. Yeah, honestly... Wait, hold on. Oh no, I didn't save. Alright. Shit. Alright, I'm gonna exit. And... Shit.